Welcome to the December 17th Board of Commissioners Legislative Meeting. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It is 7:34 p.m. We have a full agenda and a full house, so we're going to try and get through some preliminary matters before we get to some highlights here. We're going to start, as we always do, with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Commissioners Rappoport and Zygmund-Felt are going to lead us in the pledge. Thank you all. It'll be the first of many celebrations of Commissioners Rappoport and Zygmund-Felt tonight. Manager Elliott, item number 2, would you please call the roll?
Yes, good evening. Commissioner Arman.
Here.
Commissioner Brockington.
Here.
Commissioner Cherico.
Here.
Commissioner Lewis.
Here.
Commissioner Norris.
Here.
Commissioner Rappoport. Here. And Commissioner Zygmund-Felt.
Here.
Right.
Thank you. On item number 3, the Sunshine Act announcement, I'll turn it over to our solicitor, Mr. Diazio.
Thank you, Commissioner Arman. The board met in executive session on December 10th, 2025. Topic of the executive session was a matter of personnel related to the assistant township manager position and related staff moves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Diazio. Item number 4 on the agenda is public comment on agenda items. This is the time when anyone here in the hall or on watching us online may provide public comment on an agenda item. There will be, incidentally, time during individual agenda items for folks to be able to provide public comment, and certainly at the end of the meeting during Citizens Forum, there's a final opportunity to provide public comment. So at this point, if anyone is interested in providing public comment on an agenda item and you're here in the hall, please come up to the podium and be recognized. And when we're done here in the hall, we'll go on to the Zoom. I do see one hand raised on Zoom already. So anyone here in the hall want to provide public comment on an agenda item? Going once, twice. All right. Moving to the Zoom, I see Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow, you can unmute yourself and you'll have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Arman. And I want to comment on items 15A and B. The resolution to celebrate and thank Commissioners Rappoport and Zygmund-Felt for their collective 20 years of service to this community as commissioners. As a resident of Ward 6, Mitch's ward, and as a member of the EAC and the Shade Tree Advisory Council, I want to thank both of them for their support and service to the township and their leadership in particular when it comes to environmental matters in the township. Our township is cleaner and healthier and a more beautiful place as a result of their leadership and their efforts and what they've done to facilitate the improvement of the environment in the township. The township we'll miss them both in their public service, but I'm sure we'll run into them in the future. And I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for the township.
Thank you, Mr. Plow. Appreciate it. Any other public comment on an agenda item? I did see Ms. Haywood's hand, but maybe you're going to wait till the budget hearing, and that's fine. Anybody else? Okay. All right. I see some clapping, but I don't see any hands raised. So we're going to close public comment on agenda items. Item number 4, again, there will be opportunities to provide public comment later in the meeting. Item number 5, we are going to be swearing in a number of sergeants, a couple of sergeants and a police officer today. We have Judge Madden here who's going to assist us. This is really one of the greatest parts of, frankly, this job as commissioner is being able to bring in new police officers and promoted police officers to celebrate their swearing in. Without further ado, I'll read off item number 5, and I'll turn it over to the chief for a few words as well. Item number 5, the swearing in of Matt Gonglik as police sergeant by the Honorable John R. Emmett Madden, Magisterial District Judge. Chief, you have a few words to say?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I will tell you a little bit about some of our new sergeants and our newest officer here, Ryan Moroney, who will also be sworn in tonight as a police officer. Our two sergeants, Matt Gonglik and Kyle Turner. Tell you a little bit about Kyle Turner first. Kyle began his career at Cheltenham Township Police Department in July of 2017. Has been assigned to the patrol division since his appointment. Prior to joining the CTPD, Kyle earned a bachelor's degree in sociology, criminal justice from Duquesne University in 2015. After graduation, Kyle enlisted in the United States Army Reserve and served with that branch until 2022, when he transferred to the Pennsylvania Air National Guard. Kyle is currently serving in the PA Air National Guard and holds the rank of sergeant. Throughout his tenure with the Cheltenham Township Police Department, Kyle has consistently demonstrated professionalism, sound judgment, and unwavering commitment to public safety. His numerous commendations for outstanding service speak to his ability to remain calm under pressure, take decisive actions, and provide exemplary support to both fellow officers and the community he serves. Kyle has served as a drone pilot for the department as well, a unit that further enhances our operation capabilities and has contributed significantly to the successful outcomes of critical incidents, searches, and investigations. His technical knowledge, leadership skills, and experience have helped to prepare him for his new role as our patrol squad supervisor. Please join me in congratulating Kyle Turner on earning his promotion to the rank of sergeant. Thank you. Our second candidate for promotion is Detective Matt Gonglik. Matt began his law enforcement career with the Philadelphia Police Department in 2002. Matt faithfully served the Philadelphia Police Department, gaining valuable experience and knowledge before being appointed here in July of 2008. After his appointment, Matt was assigned to our patrol squad, where he served the police department with distinction until 2014, when he was selected to become a member of our detective division. Later that same year, Matt was selected to serve as a member of the Eastern Montgomery County SWAT team and served as a team member until 2016. Throughout his tenure with the department, Matt has consistently demonstrated strong work ethic, outstanding investigative skills, and leadership. Matt is a continuing education student currently working on a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. In addition, his specialized training in cell phone forensics has proven to be an invaluable asset to the investigative efforts of our department and has directly contributed to numerous arrests and case resolutions. His record of service is distinguished not only by his investigative results, but also by the recognition he has received. Matt has earned numerous departmental commendations and awards that speak volumes about his tenacity and dedication to duty. His experience, advanced training, skills, and investigative knowledge have certainly prepared him for his new role as patrol squad supervisor. Please join me in congratulating Matt Gonglik on his earned promotion to rank of sergeant. Madden, Kyle.
So while these sergeants are coming up, this is how excited the chief is about all these new sergeants and officers. He didn't let me get a chance to read everybody's names, so I'm gonna. That's okay. I'm going to just congratulate the three of them so they could come up and be sworn in. So we have the swearing in of Matt Gonglik. We have the swearing in of Kyle Turner, and ultimately we'll have the swearing in. We'll talk about Ryan Moroney. So first we have Kyle Turner. Yeah, thank you.
Are we ready? We're good. All right. You want to hold this or you give it back to me?
I didn't know.
It's all right. It's all good. All right. It's about you guys. So we get over here for the picture. Apologize to everyone. I have my back too. All right. Are you ready? Yes, sir. All right. Raise your right hand. All right. There you go. Put your hand on the Bible. All right. Repeat after me. I, Kyle Turner.
I, Kyle Turner,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
to a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
gender identity and gender expression,
gender identity and gender expression,
age, national origin,
age, national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability,
ancestry, handicap, or disability,
and that I will discharge the duties of Police Sergeant of the Township of Cheltenham
and that I will discharge the duties of Police Sergeant of the Township of Cheltenham
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Congratulations. All right. Very nice. All right, here we go. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Get a picture. There we go. All right. All right. Who's up? I think you're up. Here, bring this whole crew with you, whoever you want. All right. I'm doing well. Nice to meet you. Who do you want to hold this, huh? How about you both hold it? Hold it together. That's perfect. All right. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready? Are we ready? All right. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Matthew Gonglik.
I, Matthew Gonglik,
There you go. Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
to a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
gender identity, gender expression,
gender identity, and gender expression,
age, national origin,
age, national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability,
ancestry, handicap, or disability,
and that I will discharge the duties of Police Sergeant of the Township of Cheltenham
and that I will discharge the duties of Police Sergeant of the Township of Cheltenham
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
All right, congratulations, sir. Thank you. All right. Congratulations, congratulations. All right, thank you. Thank you.
There we go. I didn't step on anybody. It was pretty good. Also tonight, as I mentioned previously, we'll be swearing in a new police officer to the township. Tonight, we're happy to welcome our newest police officer, Officer Ryan Moroney, to Cheltenham Township. Ryan grew up in nearby Lawndale and comes from a police family. He's a third-generation police officer, and his father, John, who's here tonight, is a captain with the Philadelphia Police Department, retired. Ryan comes to us after serving close to 2 years with the SEPTA Police Department. Throughout the selection process, Ryan distinguished himself and came highly recommended by the SEPTA police supervisors. Prior to his time with SEPTA Police, Ryan worked with the Montgomery County Youth Center as a counselor and the Bucks County Correctional Facility as a corrections officer. Ryan graduated from Penn State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Management and Marketing. Please join me in welcoming Ryan Moroney to our community.
All right, we ready? All right, raise your right hand. I, Ryan Moroney, I, Ryan Moroney,
I, Ryan Moroney,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
and the Home Rule Charter of Cheltenham Township.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
to a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
gender identity and gender expression,
gender identity and gender expression,
age, national origin,
age, national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability,
ancestry, handicapped, or disability,
and that I would discharge the duties of police officer of the Township of Cheltenham
and that I will discharge the duties of police officer of the Township of Cheltenham
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
All right, congratulations, sir. Thank you. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, that's a little more than they haven't filled up here, right?
Yes. Everybody stands up, does it at once.
Uh-huh. All right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break for some pictures. All right, we're going to call the meeting back to order, and I'm going to turn it back over to the chief for a moment.
Sir, I would just like to thank the Board of Commissioners, the manager, and my staff. Congratulate the officers for the effort they put in to be here tonight. I also want to congratulate everyone for their accomplishments. This is a significant milestone in their careers. So I wish them well. We wish them continued success and fulfillment as they take on their next chapter in their career. And I thank everyone for their support again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. It's our pleasure, and thank you for all the work that you do and the support you give the team. So thank you. All right, moving on to item number 8, approval of the Board of Commissioners regular meeting minutes dated November 19th, 2025. I'll move for approval. Are there any comments or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 9, acceptance of the executive summary financial report for the month of October 2025. I will so move. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of acceptance say aye. And item number 10, I will move for acceptance of the accounts paid report for the month of October 2025. Comments or questions there? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. All right, on to item number 11. We have a public hearing to receive any and all comments and suggestions from the public regarding the final operating and capital budget for 2026 pursuant to 1205D of the Home Rule Charter. This is a public hearing. It will be transcribed, and I will move to open the public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we'll turn it over to our solicitor to administer the public hearing.
Thank you, Commissioner Arman, and good evening, everyone. As Commissioner Arman stated, tonight is the time and place for a public hearing. The purpose of the public hearing is to receive any and all comments and suggestions from the public regarding the final operating and capital budgets for 2026 pursuant to Section 1205D of the Cheltenham Township Home Rule Charter. The budget for 2026 can be found online at www.cheltenhampa.gov/budget. Before we get started, there are a number of exhibits that I need to read into the record this evening. Exhibit number 1 is the attested 2026 budget ordinance. Exhibit number 2 is the affidavit of publication in the Times Herald dated Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. Exhibit 3 is the affidavit of publication in the Times Herald dated Saturday, November 29th, 2025. Exhibit 4 is an email filing the attested ordinances with the Montgomery County Law Library dated November 24th, 2025. Exhibit number 5 is a posting of a notice on the township website and bulletin board dated November 20th, 2025. Exhibit number 6 is the Board of Commissioners adoption of the 2026 preliminary operating and capital budgets dated November 19th, 2025. And exhibit number 7 is the Finance Committee recommendation to adopt the 2026 operating and capital budgets dated December 10th, 2025. So with those items now read into the record, if there are any individuals here in the hall or any individuals online who would like to offer comment, you can step forward or raise your hand. If you're attending online, when it's your turn to speak, if you could indicate your name and where in the township, the general area of the township where you reside, and you will be given 3 minutes to provide any feedback that you have for the board. So we'll start in the hall. If there's anyone that would like to provide comment, now would be the time to step forward. Okay, seeing no one in the hall stepping forward, we will close public comment in the hall and we will move to those who are attending online. And it looks like our first hand is Julie Haywood.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Julie Haywood. I reside in Wyncote. First, I want to thank the commissioners who were able to meet with CTLS, Mary Kay, and various members of the library board on multiple occasions over the past few months to discuss the township budget. We appreciate your time, your thoughtfulness, and openness you brought to these conversations, and we look forward to continuing these discussions in the future. We do understand the difficult financial decisions you're facing and the broader constraints on the township. In that same spirit of shared responsibility, the library system has taken a closer look at our own budget. Through a combination of increased fundraising due to the generosity of a patron in the community and matching funds that we will hopefully be able to garner from that, use of our interest and interest income from our unrestricted fund balance, and examining staff redundancies that we could reduce by about $20,000, CTLS can commit to addressing $50,000 of the impact in 2026. In light of this commitment, I hope the commissioners will consider whether there is room to meet us halfway by reducing the proposed cut to the library from $100,000 to $50,000. Even a partial adjustment would help us preserve core services for the community as we continue to work together on long-term solutions. Thank you for your consideration, for your ongoing support of the library. We look forward to working with you in 2026, and we're hopeful that we can get a memorandum of understanding in place that will outline responsibilities for facility repairs and maintenance, provide a cadence for communications, and address some parameters for sustainable funding. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Haywood. Is there anyone else online who would like to provide comment? All right, I don't see any hands, so we will close public comment on the online forum. And at this point in time, if the commissioners would like to have a discussion regarding the matters before you, now would be the time to do so.
Okay. Anyone on the board comment? No?
I said this at the last legislative meeting, and I think I will reiterate. I want to thank all of the department heads who have been instrumental in helping us make significant budget cuts here. What we are voting on is a very pared down version of what began as a terrible situation that could have included significant double-digit tax increases. And I'm really grateful for all the hard work that all of the department heads put into sharpening their pencils and finding ways to cut in order to save the taxpayers. My number one priority when making this vote is to consider the people who are already struggling to make ends meet. and a 24 or 25% tax increase this year, followed by next year, and then another one the following year, was going to do far, far greater damage to our township than having to sharpen our pencils and find savings. I know that everyone from the police department to the library to public works and IT will find ways to do the same work with less and to serve our township residents with what we have come to expect of them with nothing short of the best. So we thank everyone for that.
Commissioner Norris.
Thank you. So I'll endorse everything that Commissioner Cherico just said, but I'll just simply add our thanks for all the work that was done by Ms. Salerno. As Chair of the Finance Committee, I know very well the amount of hours and time that she put in, along with her outstanding staff, to get us to this point so that we're ready to approve a budget. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. It doesn't appear that there's any additional commissioner comment at this point in time. If there's a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. And at this time, board can make a motion on the underlying item.
So thank you, Solicitor Diazio. I will make a motion to adopt an ordinance fixing the tax rate for year 2026 and approving and adopting the final 2026 budget for Cheltenham Township, which appropriates the specific sums estimated to be required for the specific purpose of operating the township for the fiscal year 2026. Any further comments on the motion? I just want to say that I want to reiterate the thanks to all our staff, to everyone who is going to be working just as hard and stretching those dollars that come into the township that much further. We appreciate the hard work that you all do in that regard, and we know that you're going to get it done because we have the utmost confidence in every one of our staff, every one of the department heads, our leadership, to make sure that we are the fiduciaries that we've been elected to be. So thank you all for getting to this point, getting to the budget, and for your continued hard work to ensure that we remain aligned with that budget document. So thank you. Any other comments? All right. Hearing no comments, all those in favor of, oh, we need the ordinance number. Thank you. Manager Elliott, would you please provide an ordinance number and call the roll?
Yes, it is ordinance number 2505-25. Commissioner Arman,
Aye.
Commissioner Brockington,
Aye.
Commissioner Cherico,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Norris,
Aye.
Commissioner Rappoport, aye, and Commissioner Zygmund-Felt.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Okay. Thank you all. And thank you for everyone in the public who weighed in over the course of this budget process. All your feedback was considered and poured over, and it's very much appreciated. Moving on to item number 12. The Public Works Committee met on December 3rd, 2025. Commissioner Zygmund-Felt, for one last time, would you please tell us what happened during that meeting?
Sounds serious. Yes, we did meet on, excuse me, we met on the 3rd of December, and we have a number of items to consider from the Public Works Committee meeting. 12A, authorization for leaf collection on Saturdays during the month of December as needed to maintain the loose leaf collection schedule. Any questions or comments from members of the board on that item? Just something to acknowledge from Public Works that in the midst of the snow and clearance and all their obligations, they're still making time to make sure that they clean up the leaves so they don't create a problem. I see no comments. Oh,
Yeah,
Commissioner
I did have
Brockington.
I did have a question for Bo. In reference to the snow and the leaves, will that back you up any, or are you still able to collect with a pile of leaves that has snow on top of them and ice? Yeah, I guess it. Yeah,
The snow and ice has set us back a little bit. We are running a few days behind, but thank you for allowing us to work Saturday. We're going to be working this Saturday. Hopefully with the thaw over the next few days, we'll be able to catch back up. Right now, we're running about 3 days behind.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? I see none. So, Mr. President, I'll move for the authorization to be authorized by the board.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye. Thank you. Item B, approval of a change order in the amount of $20,000 for Bowman to continue to provide construction services related to the traffic signal upgrades as part of the township's pedestrian and preemption upgrades at the following intersections: Lime Kiln Pike and Glenside Avenue, Easton Road and Glenside Avenue, Lime Kiln Pike and Harrison Avenue, Church Road and Washington Lane. So those are the items in front of us. There was discussion, and I'll ask if there are any questions or comments on that item. I see none. So, Mr. President, I'll move for approval of this as well.
Thank you, Commissioner Zygmund-Felt. Any comments on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye. With that, I guess we'll approve the minutes from the Public Works Committee meeting. And Mr. President?
With a tear. Any comments or questions on Commissioner Zygmund-Feld's motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Public Works Committee meeting from December 3rd, the minutes from December 3rd, 2025, say aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Board, for the work that you've done with Public Works over the past 6 years under my chairmanship and 8 years in my role as commissioner.
Yeah, back at you, Mitch. Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 13. The Building and Zoning Committee met also on December 3rd. We do not have any business to bring before the board, so I will simply move for approval of the committee meeting minutes from that date. Comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, item number 14, Public Safety Committee met on December 10th. Commissioner Brockington, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we met on December 10th, and we have 2 items to vote on tonight. Item 14A, authorizing the advertisement of an ordinance amending Chapter 285, Vehicle and Traffic, Section 285-43, Street and Parking Regulation of Cheltenham Township Code to add a stop sign at Rice's Mill Road at Deaver Road, and a do not block the intersection on Rice's Mill Road and Barker Road. If there's no questions, Mr. President, I call for a vote.
Any comments or questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say of authorizing the advertisement of the ordinance, say aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. We move on to item 14B, approval of a 5-year contract with Exion Enterprises in the amount of $698,407.78 for the purchase of police body sworn cameras and in-car video system, virtual reality training equipment, and tasers using the assets forfeiture funds and the township budget funds. And I know at our public safety meeting on December 10th, we had a lengthy discussion. Our chief sort of talked about that particular item. I don't know if there's any other questions from commissioners in reference to item 14B. Chief, anything that you would like to add at this point? No? If not, Mr. President, I call for a vote.
Thank you, Commissioner Brockington. I just want to add that Mike Rubin also gave it a lengthy PowerPoint presentation, a good explanation of that contract, and it's very much appreciated, the coordination between his work and the police department. Any other comments or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the approval of the 5-year contract with Axon Enterprises, Inc., say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And then the last thing is just the approval of our minutes from the meeting that took place on December 10th, 2025.
Any comments or questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Brockington. All right. Pinch hitting for Commissioner Rappoport. For item number 15 will be Commissioner Cherico and Public Affairs, which met on December 10th. Commissioner.
Thank you very much. I would like to start with C first, if you don't mind. Can we go out of order? All right. So the first is the approval of a quote in the amount of $6,750 to Triac Mechanical Services, Inc. to replace the heater in the EMS building. Any questions, comments? All right. I make a motion.
All right. Any comments or questions on Commissioner Cherico's motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the quote in the amount of $6,750, say aye.
Aye. All right, now let's move back to the important stuff here. Now, the A and B will start off with the adoption of a resolution recognizing Ann Rappoport for 12 years of dedicated service as Township Commissioner. I think we have a resolution here. No, you can read it if you'd like.
All right. I'd be honored to read it, actually.
It's really long. So.
Yeah, I will paraphrase also. So it is an honor to read this resolution. It's a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, whereas the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, with immense appreciation and respect, honors Ann Rappoport, a longtime Cheltenham Township resident of Wyncote, for her 12 years of outstanding service as a commissioner of Cheltenham Township. And whereas Ann Rappoport was sworn in as commissioner representing Ward 4 on January 6, 2014, she has served as chair of the Public Affairs Committee and as a member of the Traffic Calming Committee, the School Township Liaison Group, Civil Rights Task Force, and the Friends of Curtis Arboretum. We're probably missing a few. In her time as commissioner, she worked passionately alongside her constituents to champion several initiatives within the township, including finances, utilities, facilities planning, economic development, traffic calming, sustainability, and stormwater management. Ann has been a part of important strategic planning efforts for the township, including amending the subdivision and land development ordinance adopted in February 2020, the 5-year financial management plan adopted in August of 2020, the stormwater fee feasibility study completed in 2021, the township's facility analysis completed in 2024, and the township's comprehensive plan update. That's right. And zoning. I said, we're definitely not in one page going to cover everything that Ann has committed her expertise to. Whereas Ann Rappoport joined the Board of Commissioners with a PhD in political science and for many years of professional experience in education, freelance writing, and other civic engagement roles. Service has long been a part of Ann's story. She led parent-teacher organizations, including for a local Montessori school and the United Parents Group for Cheltenham School District, and aided many other communities for the benefit of Cheltenham School District students. She's been a member of the League of Women Voters, a community representative on the Health Systems Agency of Southeast Pennsylvania, a board member of the Cheltenham Adult School, an election inspector, and served in numerous other capacities within the community. Ann rarely misses an opportunity to serve alongside fellow volunteers, including working outdoors with Friends of Curtis Arboretum and the Friends of Thomas William Park, and most recently during the township's Fight Blight Cleanup Day. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, duly convened in regular session on the 17th day of December 2025, do hereby officially honor and thank Ann Rappoport for her 12 years of dedicated service as Township Commissioner, and we extend our best wishes for success in all her future endeavors. And it's further directed that this resolution be spread in full upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy thereof be conveyed to Commissioner Rappoport. In witness hereof, all the commissioners of Cheltenham Township have laid our hands on the seal of the Township of Cheltenham, done in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania, in the year of the Township 126th. And despite the resolution, I'm sure we have many other comments that we're going to want to make tonight. So, but you get to go first if you like.
I was going to ask, thank you very much.
Well, I'm going to start with Commissioner Brockington, and we'll go down this way, and then we'll go this way.
And I just want to say that, first of all, you will be missed by me. And I think from all of us on here. I've learned so much from you in my time as being commissioner. When I came on, you accepted me with open arms. And obviously, we grew up in two different worlds. But we combined them together to do what we could do for this township correctly. And I just want to say I love you. And I teased your husband. I said, you will get her back on Wednesday nights. And he said, maybe. He said, maybe. All right. But I just want to say thank you very much for what you've done for this township. And you will be missed. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Brockington. Commissioner Cherrick, go.
This is something for both Ann and Mitch, but I would just want to say a few words as they step down. And both have been exemplary role models for me as the newest member on this board. Their understanding of a wide variety of issues, their thoughtful questioning, their critical thinking have consistently elevated this board's work. And then their dedication to the welfare of our residents and their commitment to being good stewards of taxpayer dollars, which we just talked about, have served this township well. At a time when there are so many reasons to be dismayed by the state of our national politics, I am genuinely heartened by the selfless, steady work of these two public servants. I went looking to see what did our forefathers say about what public servants should be, right? The elected officials should be. And James Madison wrote that the aim of every political constitution is to obtain rulers with the wisdom to discern and the virtue to pursue the common good. And then Thomas Jefferson later echoed the sentiment, writing that the public office should never be an opportunity for personal aggrandizement, but a duty of public service. We saw that in the questions that you asked and the focus that you just demonstrated time and time again and the decisions that you made. This is what we have had over the past 8 and 12 years with the two of them. And I'm grateful for their leadership, their mentorship, and their friendship in Cheltenham Township. And I am better for you. So thank you.
Commissioner Norris.
Thank you. Well, my comments can't top Madison or Jefferson, but my comments also apply to both Commissioner Rappoport and Commissioner Zygmund-Felt. This is not meant to say that they are both the same, far from it. They are two unique commissioners who each in their own way contributed much to this township. It is not just the 12 years of service for Ann and 8 years serving the township for Mitch. It is their level of service, responsiveness to constituents, collaborating with staff, and contributing to the Board of Commissioners in so many ways. Each commissioner on this board is dedicated to serving the community and hopefully paying it forward for the gifts we have received from Cheltenham. Ann and Mitch have succeeded and well deserve the praise they are receiving tonight. While I could go on and list specific accomplishments, this board has encouraged us all to be mindful of the clock. So let me just state that the Board of Commissioners and the township are indebted to them for the years of exemplary service. I am proud to call them each my friend, and I will miss working with them on the board.
Commissioner Lewis.
Yes, thank you. So I've worked with Mitch and next to the shortest period of time. I served less time than me. But I have to admit that I've learned so much from a team. And me be open and honest in that their love for this town is unmatched. It's going to be missed more than anything. In that spirit, thank you for your years of dedicated service and leadership. Your contributions have made a lasting impact on our community, and you leave behind a strong foundation for those who follow. For me, it's been an honor serving alongside you. I've learned so much. Thank you for your dedication and the legacy you leave behind.
So I have a couple words, if I may. And I too am going to talk about both Mitch and Ann. I just want to thank Mitch and Ann for just quite simply their service, which has helped shape Cheltenham Township for the better. Public service at the local level is rarely glamorous, but it is so deeply consequential. It requires patience, persistence, and a genuine commitment to one's neighbors and community. Ann Rappoport has brought those qualities to the Board of Commissioners by consistently asking the hard questions, encouraging transparency, and working to ensure that Cheltenham remains a place where voices are heard and values are reflected in policy. Her passion for public service and her accountability will be missed, but without question, both have strengthened the board and the community that we serve. Mitch Zygmund-Felt has likewise served with energy, principle, and an unwavering belief in civic engagement. His thoughtfulness, passion, and steady focus, which is sometimes mistaken for combativeness, has always supported a vision for what is truly best for Cheltenham. His careful consideration, creative mind, and dedication to effective governance have left a lasting mark on this township. Together, Ann and Mitch have exemplified what it means to serve not for recognition, but for responsibility. Their contributions have helped guide Cheltenham through challenges and opportunities alike, and their impact will continue to be felt long after their terms conclude. On a personal note, I want to thank Ann and Mitch for their guidance, support, advice, criticism, and most of all, their friendship to me. I will miss the early morning breakfasts, the long phone calls, the coffees, and the very good conversations. On behalf of the township, thank you, Ann Rappoport, and thank you, Mitch Zygmund-Felt, for your time, your leadership, and your commitment to Cheltenham. We are stronger because of you both. Thank you. Commissioner Rappoport. Yeah.
My turn. Yeah, it's hard. I prepared some remarks, but it's going to be hard to say them now. But thank you for indulging me. Just, I know there's a president who wants to speak too tonight. Just don't keep the timer on for me. I promise not to take all night. Thanks for indulging.
Take what you need.
So I'm not going to rehash whatever all I've accomplished. The logbook is actually quite long and heavy, and it's old news. I will reminisce to say that I remember when a colleague tipped me off in the parking lot one night during my first year, that I'd already made a lot of enemies and had no friends on the board. As I frequently represent a different perspective, and often a minority perspective, I can see how that might not be very welcome by all my colleagues. But at least he was not a hypocrite, and he did not attempt to rewrite history. So, okay. I deeply value the assets and the commitment that each of my fellow board members has brought to this role over the years. And yes, that includes Commissioner Zygmund-Felt, even Mitch. I appreciate the special fellowship working together across the years with a team of 6 colleagues to improve and support Enterprise Township. I'll miss that. And I'm excited for the new commissioners who will be sworn in on January 5th. I know they'll hit the ground running, be tremendous assets to community work. I wish the new board much success, and it's tempting to say you're going to need it. I want to reiterate yet again my appreciation and affection for the hundreds of volunteers who distinguish this township and make it the special place it is. But primarily tonight, what I really want to do is highlight the Cheltenham Township staff. These are the professionals who get the work done minute by minute, hour by hour, day, nights, years, and decades. They're the ones who accomplish a lot. They make things happen and prevent disasters. They're the ones who hurt at the end of the day. They're the ones, if they get any sleep, who get the nightmares. Although I've had some classics. I'll tell you about those sometime. They're the ones who get blamed for anything and everything, whether they do it or don't do it. If they please some, they offend others, and so on. They're the ones who protect us 24/7 on holidays and wicked weather days. They safeguard our persons and our properties, communicate with us, publish for us, keep our hardware and software running, remove our trash and recycling, collect our garden debris and perform compost, care for our trees, our parks, our buildings, our historic assets, our pools, and infrastructure. I'm not even touching on some of these things, and the list continues. I'm going to keep going. Repair what they can of our roads, bridges, sinkholes, pumping stations, roofs, traffic signals, lights, vehicles, gutters, our machinery, our toilets. They prepare for our gatherings and they clean up after us. They address stormwater and maintain clean water, monitor our income, pay our bills, supervise debt and audits, right to know and lawsuits. They liaise with potential developers, walk residents through our complex processes, confirm conformity to codes, write and revise ordinances to stay up with our changing needs in the changing world. A network with utilities, with contractors, community partners, manage our contractual obligations, support our employee teams, research, write, and supervise millions of dollars of grants, write agendas and minutes, address and answer infinite questions from all sources, and then follow up with the public, keep our records, work with our volunteers, create year-round programming for all ages, creatively design appealing activities and special events to make Cheltenham shine. They manage several hundred employees, not to mention retirees, and so much more. And beyond all this, these special staff members bring a spirit of commitment, a level of decency that deserves special mention. Commissioners make a lot of demands on our staff, and staff bear the brunt of this. They field the complaints that we channel in their direction. They try to creatively problem solve, no matter how intractable the problems are. They respond to us even when we interrupt their work and train of thought. And they try to make us look good even when we err. And they do this respectfully, promptly, outside of working hours, and with utmost respect, at least to our faces. Running a township is a big deal. So I want to recognize and thank our staff. Finally, I want to profoundly thank the public and all of you, each of you, for the incredible honor and service and privilege of the service in the past dozen years. I've loved meeting with you, interacting and problem solving with you, loved the stimulating challenges, the rewards of helping to fix, revise, assuage, advance, improve, uplift, and envision together as we've engaged in our noble work of local self-governance. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Rappoport. Thank you for everything. Okay.
Should I make a motion?
Yes, we should make a motion.
All
Thank
right,
you.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the resolution recognizing Ann Rappoport for 12 years of dedicated service.
I'll
to the
second the
Township
motion.
Commercial.
Can we second that? Yeah.
We have a lot of seconds. Before we vote on that, I think we may have some public comment. So please, Mrs. and Mr. Serby, please come to the podium.
Here for a while. Okay, I'm usually on Zoom. So I've done it right now. Okay. Nope, not yet. There we go. Whoa, got it now. Okay. We're here tonight to recognize the dedicated service of Commissioner Ann Rappoport and Commissioner Mitch Zygmund-Felt. Although they have two distinctly different styles and often found themselves on opposite sides of issues, what they always shared was a dedication to the best interests of the township and its residents. Being commissioner is a demanding job. It's much more than Wednesday evening meetings. But at those meetings, it was evident that these commissioners were well-versed in the issues at hand and had thoughtful, sometimes forceful comments. Furthermore, there was never a time in the dozen years that Ann has served that she wasn't available to residents. Didn't matter what time it was, the day or night. And although Mitch isn't known for his endless patience, he's always been responsive and approachable during his 8-year tenure. There have been many more things said about them, and we agree with everything that's been said. As they come to the end of their notable service, we wish them all the best. Thank you.
Thank you both. Any other public comment before we vote? We have a motion on the table. Any other comments or questions from members of the board? All right, seeing none. All those in favor of adopting the resolution recognizing Ann Rappoport for 12 years of dedicated service as Cheltenham Township Commissioner, say aye. Aye. Thank you.
Somebody had to abstain.
All right.
So,
And did you abstain or did you vote for your? Okay, you voted. All right, next up, the adoption of a resolution recognizing Mitch Zygmund-Felt for 8 years of dedicated service as a township commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Cherico. Commissioner Zygmund-Felt, I'm going to read the resolution. It is an honor to do so. And to thank you for your many years of dedicated public service. So whereas the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, with immense appreciation and respect, honors Mitch Zygmund-Felt, a longtime Cheltenham Township resident of Elkins Park, for his 8 years of outstanding service as a commissioner of Cheltenham Township. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Whereas Mitch Zygmund-Felt was sworn in as commissioner representing Ward 6 on January 2nd, 2018, and has served as chair of the Public Works Committee, vice chair of Finance, and as a member of the Fire Board and Assessment Appeals Committee. During his tenure, he worked alongside his constituents to fight for several major initiatives within the township, including financial and facilities planning, building and zoning, economic development, stormwater, and public safety. Mitch has been part of important strategic planning efforts for the future of the township, including the 5-year financial management plan adopted in August of 2020, the stormwater fee feasibility study completed in 2021, the township's facility analysis completed in 2024, the township's comprehensive plan update, and the township's recent branding initiative. Mitch has been a strong advocate for the township at the state and federal level, most notably helping the township secure $3.8 million in grants for the Lamont Community Center. Whereas Mitch Zygmund-Felt joined the Board of Commissioners with many years of experience as a senior marketing and brand management consultant in the advertising and technology service businesses, mostly within the Omnicom Group. He is a founding partner of Amity Health, formed to facilitate knowledge and technology transfer into healthcare from disciplines outside of medicine. He's also an equity partner in Health Salud USA, serving Hispanic healthcare professionals and consumers. He has worked for local, state, and national candidates and served as ward leader and committee person, active in elections since 1980. He's served on several township citizens committees, served as coach, referee, and umpire for Cheltenham JVs, Old York Little League, and Junior Jewish Basketball League. And he's held leadership roles in the Melrose Park Improvement Association and Concerned Citizens for Ashbourne, each of which resulted in improved scope and impact of proposed developments within the township. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, duly convened in regular session on the 17th day of December 2025, do hereby officially honor and thank Mitch Zygmund-Felt for his 8 years of dedicated service as Township Commissioner, and we extend our best wishes for your future endeavors. It's further directed that this resolution be spread in full upon the minutes of this meeting and that a copy thereof be conveyed to Commissioner Zygmund-Felt, in witness whereof the township, the commissioners of the Township of Cheltenham have unto set our hands and cause the seal of the township to be made part thereof, done in Elkins Park in the year of the Township of Cheltenham 126th. Thank you.
Thank you all.
And you heard a couple of twofers, so you got some kudos along with Commissioner Rappoport, but I think Commissioner Brockington has something to say.
So my first comments were just about Commissioner Rappoport and my fellow commissioner, combined them both. I don't know how you can combine two greatness. This is greatness. For Mitch, you are my friend. You've been my friend since the day that you've gotten here. And again, like Ann, I learned a lot from you. And if someone was the thinking that Mitch was this guy that was tough to deal with, everything he did for this township from his heart and from his soul. His township was number one for him. So Mitch, you, like Ann, you will be missed. I will miss your sense of humor or lack thereof. But no, you are my friend and you will be missed. And thank you for all that you've done for this township. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Irv.
Any other comments? Commissioner?
Thank you.
Please.
First of all, it's extraordinary to sit here after 8 years and realize the time has passed and so many things were accomplished. And there's so many more things for this board to do and the incoming board to do. I was motivated by one thing. I spent 38 years on the other side of the table doing things for this community, which I love. I've been here for 46 years and it's an amazing place. Cheltenham is a unique entity, both its people, its culture, its history, its approach to quality of life issues that are all part of an entity that really makes it so special. And so for me, it was never hard to be motivated to work and to do things for the betterment of the township because the residents, the people who are involved both in the social and the civic organizations and political organizations all recognize the importance of doing right for this community. So as I listen to the tributes, particularly for Ann, I want to say this. Ann Rappoport and I may have had been on different sides of the issue, but there was never anything disagreeable or disrespectful. And every time we talked about issues, we learned a great deal from each other. So, Ann, thank you so much. You also taught me that it is possible to be outworked. So for that, I am very appreciative that I learned you have to even do more than you think you did. So as I look down the board, I think of the amount of talent here and the people who have an extraordinary commitment to do right and to do better for the 38,000 residents, the 2,000 or 3,000 businesses, and anybody who touches this community and all of his institutions. The last thing I'd say, and I'll echo the comments that Ann made, as you look across this township, the work that the staff has done, and in particular, the staff that recognized the importance of trying to make the make the plans and make the execution of the programs that we put together or programs that we funded to bring, again, that improved quality of life. So for me, I'm proud of the affiliation that I've had the 8 years. And you're right, when you start to say I started doing things for the township as soon as I moved in, but formally in 1980, I have no intention of changing. So board, community, and everybody involved in this township, thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for the commitments you've made. And thank you for reinforcing the pride and the integrity that I felt every single day that I was in elective office and all these years that I felt the importance of doing things for this township. So I am greatly appreciative of all that. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
I'll
All right.
second.
Seconds, thirds, all the way up to sixth. Where are we? Here we go. All those in favor of adopting a resolution recognizing Mitch Zygmund-Felt for 8 years of dedicated service as Cheltenham Township Commissioner, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all.
And the only other thing is to approve the minutes from the December 10th Public Affairs Committee. Make a motion.
All right. Any comments or questions on this motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Public Affairs Committee meeting minutes dated December 10th, 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Cherico. On to item number 16, the Finance Committee also met on December 10th. Commissioner Norris.
Thank you. It seems anticlimactic, but the Finance Committee met on December 10th. And there are a couple of items requiring our attention. I'll just quickly note that each of these items received much discussion at our regular finance meeting. But if there are any further comments, we will, of course, entertain them. The first is renewal of a one-year agreement with the Montgomery County Office of Aging and Adult Services and Suburban Transit Network, Inc. for the TransNet Shared Ride Services Program to fund up to $25,000 of rides for Cheltenham Township seniors. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Then I'm going to jump in and make a motion that we go ahead and approve this.
All right. Any comments or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of renewing the one-year agreement with Montgomery County Office of Aging and Adult Services and Suburban Transit Network, say aye.
Aye.
16B, adoption of a resolution amending and establishing certain fees, deposits, and escrows payable to the township. These will be effective January 1st, 2026. They are attached to the agenda. This is the normal process of reviewing and adjusting our fees. Any questions or comments? I will move the motion to adopt this resolution.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
16C, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize the renewal of workers' compensation, property and liability insurance through Villanova Insurance Partners in the amount of $1,760,733 for 2026. It's a lot of money, but as I mentioned earlier, received quite a bit of discussion at our regular finance meeting. Any questions or comments? Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to turn over to Township Manager Elliott just for some commentary because you're right. It is a big number, but compared to what we have paid, I think it's a reduction. I just want Manager Elliott to speak to that if she would.
Sure. Yes, it is a reduction by about 18%. And I think the number is roughly about $150,000 over the previous years.
And what prompted that reduction? Didn't the township engage in some work to
Workers' Compensation
reduce that?
Safety Committee?
Yes, we've implemented a safety committee over the past 3 years, and we've done a great deal of work in increasing our safety in the township and reducing our workers' comp claims.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so I'll move that we authorize the renewal of this insurance.
Comments or questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye. There being no other items before the Finance Committee, I will move for acceptance of the regular meeting minutes dated December 10th, 2025.
Any comments or questions from the board? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you all. Moving on to item number 17, old business. We don't have any old business on the agenda, but I have a feeling we're going to have some shortly. Commissioner Rappoport is raising her finger for the last time. There you go. Commissioner Rappoport.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know if you checked your inboxes today, but I did send out a memo of unfinished business. It's sort of my way of sending a reminder of certain priorities that need attention, and at worst, maybe a thorn in your side or a way to haunt you after I leave. But just to let you know, there is unfinished business that I'd like to see accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Rappaport. And as I said in response, you always set a very worthy and high bar. So thank you. Any other old business? All right. Seeing none, we will close old business and move on to new business. We have a couple of items on the agenda. Item number 18A, consider authorizing the acquisition of an additional police vehicle using up to $58,000 of asset forfeiture funds. I'm not sure who's going to speak to this. Chief?
This is our effort to assist with budget limitations we have, especially for the coming year. It also keeps our maintenance schedule and vehicle fleet replacement in line with what we're currently doing now without impacting taxpayers. So this is an opportunity for us to use the asset forfeiture fund, which would not come out of our tax dollars, to help pay for this purchase. And it would keep us on track of where we're at right now.
Thank you, Chief. Any comments or questions on this item? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor of authorizing the acquisition of additional police vehicle utilizing asset forfeiture funds, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. Item 18B, approval of a resolution accepting a deed of dedication from Melrose Development LLC for a parcel of land as noted in the attachment with a parcel identification number to follow. There is an attachment to the agenda. I'm going to turn it over to our solicitor for a brief explanation.
Sure. Thank you, Commissioner Arman. As the board and the community know, the site of the former Melrose Country Club is currently working its way through the land development process. And as part of that process, the owner and developer of the property is deeding a portion of property on that site to the township that will be the site of a future township amenity that has been the subject of some discussion already and more discussion to come in the future. But the item on the agenda this evening is the township simply accepting that land that is being offered to it through a deed from the owner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Diazio. And just for the record, I believe that parcel is in excess of 2.5 acres and probably worth several. I don't know what the assessment is, but it's probably worth several $1 million. So,
yes.
Any comments or questions on this agenda item? Commissioner Rappaport, please.
Yeah, actually, just some trivial questions. But so the design is going to be a joint sort of design?
So this section of the, as you know, this land development is being approved in phases. The board has seen the preliminary sketch phase. You've seen phase 1 of the development and phase 2 of the development. Exactly what this part of the development will look like will be submitted as part of phase 3, and we would expect that application to come in the early part of 2026. And that would
That's specifically.
Correct. So it will be the site of a township amenity that the township will have feedback on in terms of what it looks like.
And will there be roads? Any of the attaching roads would be belonging to the township or to that subdivision?
So all of the roads internal to the site are essentially part of an association.
Right. So we only get the portion that presumably the amenity is on, and maybe parking lot would be on, but not necessarily the roads accessing it.
Correct. With the unit that is being deeded to the township, there is parking for that lot. The township will also, though, be a holder of certain amount of say. This is going to be almost like an HOA community where all of the individual owners will own a piece of the development, and the township will have some say, sort of like a vote as part of its proportionate share.
Yeah, but the ownership of that property is solely under the township.
Correct.
Thank
That's
you.
correct. Yes.
Any other comments or questions? All right. Seeing none, I'll move for approval of the resolution accepting the deed of dedication from Melrose Development LLC for the parcel of land so noted. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you all. Not on the agenda. I think Manager Elliott has some comments about the Lamont Community Center meeting, correct?
Yes, that's
Thank
correct.
you.
Thank
Manager
you.
Elliott.
Thank you. Yes, I just wanted to make an announcement, just to put save the date on everyone's calendar. We are planning a public meeting on the Lamont Community Center to update everyone on the progress of the design before design plans are finalized and prepared for bid. So we're really excited about that project moving forward, and we'd be happy to share it with the community. The date is Tuesday, January 27th. 7 p.m. and it will be here at Curtis Hall. So thank you.
I'm sorry, Manager Elliott, the date again, if you wouldn't mind.
Tuesday, January 27th at Curtis Hall, 7 p.m.
Great. Thank you.
And it'll be online as well, Zoom or not?
We'll be working on that detail. Details will be forthcoming online after the first of the year officially.
Okay. That's it for agenda items on new business, or is there any new business from anyone on the board? All right. Seeing none, I will close new business. Item number 19 is Citizens Forum. If anyone wants to speak during Citizens Forum, I do see someone raising their hand online, but we'll start here in the hall. If anyone wants to come up to the podium for Citizens Forum, please come on up and be recognized. Welcome.
Then one, okay. Oh God, okay. Like that? Okay. So I'm Kaylee Taylor and I currently live in Ward 7, which might be the best one. First, I want to start off by saying to those who celebrate, happy holidays. To those who don't, hopefully a peace and calm December. I want to thank the commissioners for their work with the welcoming policy, especially getting it online and getting it translated. That was really appreciated because a policy means nothing if our members don't know it exists. I want to make you aware of a citizen who lives in Jenkintown. Her name is Ruth Cap Hartz, and if I've slaughtered that name, I apologize. For those of you who don't know her, the musical Hidden, which actually was recently debuted at the Kenneth Israel Synagogue, was based on her. In this musical, we find out that at 4 years old, she's living in Nazi-occupied France. And out of the kindness of the citizens, she is hidden and taken care of and actually whisked away to a convent where she's told that her parents are dead. And that's done out of her safety. During the musical, you find out that she actually interacts with an SSR officer. And it is only because she reminds him of his own daughter he lets her go. I have a daughter. She's not even 2 yet, and some of you have met her and been terrorized by her. And she is really cute. She is really cute, but I don't want to rely on the idea that a Cheltenham officer relates to her in order to keep her safe. I certainly don't want to rely on the idea that an ICE officer thinks she's cute and recognizes her in his own child and keeps her safe. And so while the work has been wonderful, it's not done. We need to make sure that as things get worse and things get closer, that we are taking a stand. Yes, I understand that the flow of the government is closing in on us, and maybe there's only so little that we can do, but we can take care of the humans of Cheltenham, those that live here and those that work here, to make sure that they know that we are safe. Perhaps we become the heroes of a hidden musical later on in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, hi, my name is
But,
Kim.
but before you start, you get right on the base of that microphone, the button right there. This
Oh.
right there. You got it. It says push.
Oh.
Someone will help you.
Oh. Thank you. Oh.
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren, move the mic down. Thank you. Just hold your finger
I
on
have
it.
to hold my finger.
Yeah.
My finger while I'm talking.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I wanted to thank Kaylee for bringing up the hidden musical story. And I just wanted to make sure people know that one of the directors and producers of that musical is here today. David and Jenny Heitler-Clevens did an amazing job with that musical. And I recommend that everybody see it and recognize, as Kaylee said, how in a very terrifying way, it's very relevant to what's happening today. So I'd highly recommend that. But I also wanted to thank all of you for making the effort to translate the township policy, as Kaylee said, also into the main languages in our township, which is actually quite a few different languages. We have a wide cultural diversity in our township, and the languages are the 6 languages that you have on the website now: Spanish, Korean, Vietnamese, Hindi, Haitian, Creole, and Russian. So thank you so much for that. I think that's going to make a huge difference. Maybe there's I'm not sure what it would be, but another way to get that out so people may have another way to access that information. But I really appreciate that you've made the effort to do that. I also wanted to bring up a concern. By the way, I'm also part of the East Cheltenham Cares neighborhood group. We've been talking about, what's next with the immigration concerns that we have. And we are a little concerned we're going to really miss the chief. I understand you're going to be retiring, and we really love how you embrace the welcoming township policy, and we're just very concerned that whoever you do hire to, as a new police chief has the same values that you do, and that the next police chief will have be very clear on the welcoming policy, township policy, and will enforce that with the police, and also enforce it in a way that there would be some repercussions for a police officer who does not follow that policy. I mean, we're really at the point with even Abington people being detained now. I mean, it's getting closer and closer to home. So we want to be very, very clear, and everyone in the department should be trained so that they know immediately what to do or not to do. So I'm hoping that's happening. Great, thank you. Wonderful. So I hope that when you interview the next chief, that you make sure that that person also honors that policy, and also that they respect all residents in our wonderful, diverse community without any bias. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. But before you go, I usually remind people in the beginning. I forgot to remind you. So would you just state your name and the area that?
So Pam Albright, and I live in Melrose Park.
Thank you, Miss Albright. Appreciate it. I will tell you that, yes, the chief represents the values of this board in the way he manages the police department. And boards of commissioners represent their values and the values of the community that they serve in many different ways, right? Through policy, through budgets, and also through hiring. And I assure you that as we hire new employees, including a new police chief, that person will represent the values of this community. So thank you.
Let's see if I can figure this out. Is that it?
You got it.
I got it right.
And I will remind you that please state your name and the area of the township where you live.
Sure. My name is Terry Harris. I live in Elkins Park. And I want to follow up on what my long-time colleague and friend Pam Albright has just said. Because last night I had an experience with a police officer which touched me very much. We had to place a 911 call because at 11 o'clock at night, a man that we did not know came fumbling at our door and asked to be let in. And we didn't know what to make of that. These are iffy times, but we were concerned about him. You'll remember how cold it was last night. So the police came within 5 minutes, and the gentleness of the officers toward this strange man on the doorstep was really remarkable. They evaluated him very quickly. They decided that he was not well. They didn't know what was wrong with him, but they suspected hypothermia. They got him into the police car, warmed him up, called an ambulance, and took care of him. I heard the conversation. He was very upset. And they calmed him and took the greatest care of him as he was taken off in the ambulance. And I was moved by how the police handled the situation. You know, we see all the time in the newspapers about terrible misunderstandings of police and mentally ill people. And so many of those stories break our hearts. And I said, this is what a police officer should be. This is how police should behave. And I was so happy to have had a chance to see that. And I just wanted to say, if we're having the new chief come in, he should be able to preserve those standards. Thanks.
Wow. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much for sharing that. As you said, so often there's a narrative out there about law enforcement, and it doesn't always ring true because of stories like the one you just provided, and we see it every day under the leadership of our chief and in the deeds and the service that our law enforcement officers provide to this community. So thank you for sharing that. It's very much appreciated. Anyone else for Citizens Forum? All right, I'm going to move to Zoom. We have first in line is Brad. Brad, please feel free to unmute yourself, state your full name and where in the township you live.
My name's Brad Pransky.
There you go.
I live in Elkins Park. A few of you are kind of familiar with me.
We've heard of you.
Yeah, the rumors are circulating. I was privileged to share the commissioner's table with both Ann and Mitch. Sometimes collaboratively, sometimes combatively, but that's the nature of the job. And I will tell you that there are two no finer people that can help move a township in any given direction. They've both done an incredibly good job, and the board is going to be greatly lessened by their leaving. I don't say that to impugn the people who were elected, but just to let them know that they know they're filling very big shoes, as I did when I was first elected. And you'll learn and you'll get on board and you'll make your own contributions. But the ones that are leaving now have made huge contributions, and I enjoyed working with them or fighting with them, as the case may be. But you're losing two of the best. As a separate aside, yeah, Chief Slavin is a superstar when it comes to being a police chief. I had many interactions with him over the years, and he and the officers that serve under him always have done a tremendous job. So I'm not going to make this long because there's a lot of good things I could say about all of them, but you've heard a lot of that already, and everybody's falling asleep from it. So I just want to wish them all the best and wish the board continuing success. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Peterson.
Yes, hi, thank you. My name is Tom Peterson, and I live in Roland Park. I'm a member of Cheltenham Immigration Response. And I had just three things I wanted to mention. First of all, I wanted to echo some of the previous comments about, number one, about translating the welcoming policy and putting that on the website. We do really appreciate that. I definitely want to encourage you to, continue publicizing the welcoming policy and, making it widely available in the township. Secondly, again, echoing the previous comments, want to make sure that, yes, the new police commissioner that you hire, and even during the interview process, will reflect your values, and then specifically will agree to enforce the welcoming policy resolution going forward. And then lastly, I'm concerned about accepting this grant of land at the Melrose Country Club by such a quick vote and only putting it on the agenda, I think, yesterday. And I understand that you're saying it's, there'll be opportunity for discussion about what happens to that. But it's like the drip, drip, drip. This is a drip of, what you're doing. Okay, you're accepting 2.5 acres or whatever. So, I've just got questions about that. What are you planning on doing with that land? If it is to build a pool to replace the Conklin pool, I just don't think that the neighbors are aware of that. And I think that it really behooves you to take the opportunity to get the public more involved in what the plans are. People have a lot of allegiance to the Conklin pool. And my last understanding was that you decided not to have a central pool, and you decided to preserve, the individual pools. And now I think it might be that you're planning on relocating the pool there. So, and to put it on the agenda again, at the last minute without really the public input, I don't understand. And related to that, I had asked at a previous meeting, we talked about the permitting, the Pennsylvania DEP permitting for the Melrose Country Club development. And I had asked whether the public would be able to see the permit application and the comments that maybe the DEP has requested. I've requested some transparency there about the permitting process back and forth with the Melrose Country Club. And I would appreciate if we can have that sort of transparency. And I think, this idea of a parcel of land being given to the township for free without the public's input, I think is unwise. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. Ms. Freed.
Hi, yeah, Amy Freed, I live in Roland Park also. I wanted to echo, just what some of the other people said. Thank you for doing the translations so promptly of the welcoming committee and doing it in so many languages. I also wanted to, give my voice to in terms of the hiring process of a new police chief, that you're carefully vetting the candidates for their commitment to what Cheltenham now is, which is a welcoming community with certain standards regarding how the immigrant communities are treated, and how what sort of relationship that the police here have with the federal quote unquote authorities. And I think it's very important to vet all the candidates closely about that. And of course, the more general idea that they will act in a impartial way and in a very welcoming way, as the previous speaker said about the man who appeared on her doorstep. That sounds like the kind of intervention that is needed in those situations, rather than, as we hear again, lots of guns and harsh talk. The third thing is that I am very dismayed about this land grant. This is really setting up the pool being a pool being built by the developer, and then us paying for the developer to build the pool, and then for us to then buy it from them. This is not something that has been discussed with the community, and you're setting up the blocks so that they'll fall in a certain way. And the way that this was done in terms of putting this on the agenda at the last minute is really, it's pretty deplorable. You don't put something like that where the end of this is going to be the movement of a community pool, which really needs to be discussed by the communities, both losing the pool and receiving the pool, and also the wisdom of giving a development project to a private entity whose land are now giving us the land. Developers don't give land for nothing, they're for-profit entities. They got something in it. There's something in it for them. I know that, and I really think you're not being transparent at all about that. And you weren't in your documents that I also looked at this afternoon, taking time out of work because of, the brevity that we had to look at this stuff. So, I really, if we're going for transparency, it's not a good start. And in terms of motivations here. And that
Ms. Freed, your time is wrapping up, so please.
Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you again for the translation services and for
Thank you.
the service of the Ms. Rappoport and Mr. Zygmund-Felt. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Ms. Freed. Any other comments for Citizens Forum? All right. Seeing none, I will now close Citizens Forum. And as I call for a vote on adjournment, I just again want to congratulate Commissioners Rappoport and Zygmund-Felt for their years of dedicated service, and to everyone here in the hall, our staff, our residents, just a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday season and a prosperous new year to you all. So I will now move for adjournment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.